Donnie B got to be.
Yo, what's good?
Yo,
This is Donnie B got the beats, man. We live on the beat. You already know what time it is if you hear with that time with that theme music come in. Listen. So if anybody knows me, anybody watches the beat, they understand exactly what I got to do. I got to give you the glorious intro, man. So this brother right here, good, he's somebody I've met through a previous guest on the beat. Shay Summerlin, she's awesome. Like she has a lot of complexity in everything that she just does. She's just dope. You know what I mean? Somebody that I actually had heard of, didn't know I'd heard of her until I was like, oh, you know what? That's dope. But we're not about to make that about her. All I'm gonna say is she was like, I got somebody that you need to check out. And when I did, I'm not gonna say I was pleasantly surprised. What I am gonna say is that I was definitely eager to understand exactly what I need to learn more about this person here, because this person is dope. Okay, this brother right here is a beat maker. When I say a beat maker, I ain't talking about somebody that pushes on the pads and stuff like that, and then wrangles the keys up a little bit. This brother has a soul to his music. Anybody that knows me since Donnie B got the beats, I'm real particular about that. So this brother had everything that I needed to hear in order to bring him on the show. So without further ado, we're going to introduce the man, the guru, at such a young age, music producer, CEO of ODDMUSICBEATS, Quinn. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. What's going on?
Hey, man, living my best life, man. Trying to be like you when I grew up. Nah, I'm living my best life, man. You know what I'm saying? Just taking it easy out here in LA, man. Trying to build a brand. As I'm sure you understand that, because I know you're doing the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. How's everything with you? Where are you? Where are you located?
I'm actually in York, PA.
Okay. Shout out to York, PA. Philly, my second home, but it's a little bit west of Philly.
Yeah.
But I done been to York a couple times for sure. Shout out Hershey Park, by the way. Hershey Park is dope. On a low key though. So, Quinn, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Quinn?
So, basically, just a quiet, humble guy. That's simple, pure and simple.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Keep my head down. If you ask anybody about me, they all gonna say like he's a ghost. They don't pay attention to him. They just know he there.
Okay. We'll have questions about that later on and how that impacts your brand. But definitely, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love your spirit. I love the. It's like you make people kind of want to be like, I need to know more about this guy. He's faking with me right now, but I need to learn more about this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Before.
But that's just awesome, because if you make people do their homework on you, then you already won the game, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's a dope energy to have, for real. Now you can't teach that.
I appreciate it.
No doubt. So tell us about Quinn. Like, who is Quinn at your core? Who are you, man?
I would just say very free spirited, and focus driven.
Okay.
And don't let too much bother me.
That's important, especially today's social climate, man. So that's awesome.
Definitely.
What's that? How does that work for you being out? You know, like you said, you in York. So, you know, I always say Philly's my second home. You know, I'm from Washington D.C., but I spent my summers in South Jersey and Philly, like Lawnside, Berlin, Ariel. You know, some parts of Camden. I can't reveal all the parts of Camden, but you know what I'm saying. But Philly for sure. How does that work? Being humble and being, staying to yourself and being quiet. I don't want to say quiet, but just within your own bubble. How does that work in an environment like that? Because, like I said, I already know what time it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But for you, how was that for you?
It has its pros and cons. Pros because there's not too much going on all the time like a big city would, so you don't have so many distractions. But at the same time, it could be vice versa, where you want those distractions to motivate you.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now, do you prefer the York life more so than the Philly life, or is that not even on the same scale of you, that you don't even really kind of look at it from that perspective?
As a producer, I definitely would want the big city life, the Philly life, Atlanta, Los Angeles life. But as me, as Quinn, I prefer to lay back, just walk down the street, say how you doing to the neighbors.
Indeed. That makes a ton of sense, brother. It makes a ton of sense. What would you say is there's always, depending on what locale you're in, right? Whether or not that's Chicago, whether or not that's Philly, whether or not that's Atlanta, there's a signature that comes with the territory.
Right.
And being that you're at York, I would assume that you would gravitate towards either Philly or Pittsburgh, depending. But what is the signature that you feel? Do you even feel that your art reflects the signature for either one of those territories, or would you just say that you're overall you're just kind of?
I would say overall, because it's just so much music out there that I listen to everything, try to take in everything.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like your style, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Boy, I'm talking to you. I like your style. Growing up in, like I said, I know in Lower Alabama, I'm sure you split time there with your mom and so forth and so on. But then, going back to York and Central PA, can you talk about it and run it out for people that's not familiar with you or your brand or your talent? What it was like for you growing up in either York or Lower Alabama or both, and how that impacted you and how you overcame obstacles to be who you are today.
All right, so York, PA is a small town. They like to think they're big city, but they small town.
Okay.
As far as growing up here and then moving also to Lower Alabama, there's two differences that I learned: fast pace and slow pace.
Okay.
And then I also had opportunity for about a year, maybe a little less, to move and live in Atlanta. So I also got to see the big city. So I got a taste of every experience you could get at a young age as far as environments.
Okay.
Yeah, and it didn't impact me to this day.
Well, how so?
As far as knowing the bigger picture and everything, and just knowing the opportunities are always out there, no matter where you at, what city you from, or what's going on, what job you have. There's always opportunities out there in another place, another city.
That part. Can you describe a scenario or situation as to where, well, let me take that back. I'll withdraw that question. Let's say this. Have you received any offers to go? Because you got big game talent for sure. Have you received any offers from other locales and to be in like a major city or any like maybe Miami or Chicago or LA or even if it would to take it back to Philly or and why?
Right. I haven't got nothing like that, but I've definitely networked and people in other places that I'm pretty sure if I say, hey, I'm around, where can I set up at? And I'm pretty sure we can link up. There was a producer in Chicago that has its own management group going on
Okay.
that reached out, told me if things go right over there, they would definitely reach out to me. But
Okay.
other than that, just steady grind.
It's awesome. How do you feel about that? Like with regard to um, when you reached out to them,
Mhm.
and they gave you that criticism. How does that make you like progress? Like, did it pick your spirits up to be like, what, I can do this, or like, how does that resonate with you to hear that kind of impact
Uh,
or correspondence?
it's definitely motivation because any producer will tell you have those days where you're like, I don't have that sound, like that's not it. And hearing that, it definitely reminds you, like, no, there's something they heard that make you want to keep going.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Were they able to tell you exactly what it is that they heard in you? Like, and did that or could that have helped you? Obviously it picked you up. Obviously, they
Mhm.
help keep you going. But was there anything that they isolated on and said that what, you should work on this, or what, you're really really dope at this, you know?
Um, it's pretty much just like you said in the beginning of this interview. Everybody says and tells me they hear my music and they hear the soul, and it's just crazy like how many people have told me that. Um,
It's a thing.
as far as working on, I guess it's just a producer thing. Get better ear. You always have a better ear for sounds and different keys and pitches.
Okay, okay. I would say the one of the things that I've learned, obviously you take that however you want to take it, is that
Mhm.
um having an understanding of the catalog of music
Mhm.
was paramount
Mhm.
for me. Also, learning or having an understanding of what things sound like sonically.
Mhm.
Like learning it in college and reading about it in books, they don't teach you how to really kind of just put it to page, if that makes sense,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Um, but exploring it and finding it and figuring it out and having an understanding and a feel and applying it in the real world when I'm trying to focus on trying to find something new or get a new sound or so forth and so on, and really just understand sonics,
Mhm.
how things hear to you. You know what I mean? Like, what do you hear? Really hit home, and then that once I really got an understanding of that, I was able to change the game up.
Right.
Have you
Right.
experienced that, or is that are you're still just kind of finding your way? Or
I think it goes slowly over time. Like I tell people all the time, like I'll go like 2 months of making beats, and then the next five I make are like drastically different, and I'm like,
Mm,
oh, okay. And then another couple months will go by, and it'll happen again, and that's how it goes. Same cycle.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I mean, exactly. Like I said, I gotta say, you know, anybody that knows me knows that I'm not big on compliments. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not like
Mhm.
I'm a hater. I don't try to hate at all. I'm just like,
Mhm.
if it sounds like you haven't worked as hard as I have, then
Mhm.
it's not worth my time, right?
Right.
But for me to be able to tell you what I hear in you, that to me, I mean, and again, you only take that how you want to take it. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, it was like, who am I? I mean, you ain't never met me, right? But you know, but for me to say that, like I said, I'm being as forthright as I can about it and up front, like, yo, you got serious skills. So it's awesome to connect with another creative
Mhm.
uh, and be able to give back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And at least share knowledge and nuggets of wisdom and so forth and so on. So
Mhm.
again, I just wanted to take this opportunity to say I think you're
Mhm.
dope.
Appreciate
Uh,
it.
and I'd love to be able to help out in any way that I can,
Mhm.
as far as pointing you in the right directions.
Mhm.
How did you get started in the music industry? I think that's
Mhm.
the paramount question right now.
Okay. So basically, how did I get start producing?
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right. I actually picked up FL Studio back in, I believe it was 2006. My uncle was a producer, and
Okay.
he never took it serious, but he would do it around me, and I would try get the demo and try it and try to make stuff, but it wouldn't work. Um, so I left it alone, but I always had an ear for music, always thinking of different ideas and melodies until, you know, I hit 20, 21 years old on laptop, finally downloaded it and started messing with it. Just still didn't take it serious because my big thing was I'm too quiet and humble. I don't think I can be in rooms with people playing my music. I'd rather let somebody else do that and just tell them like, yeah, I do this for fun. And then, you know, eventually hit a point that where so many people were just telling me like, what are you doing? Just go do it. And I was like, you know, you're right. And I started taking it serious. Made a BeatStars and still didn't take it serious after that. Laid around, and then after a friend at work wasn't cool at first, and he heard I made music, so I got in his car and brake and played him some beats, and he was like, yo, I want to buy this. And I was like, all right, yeah, okay, like whatever, sure, you want to do. He came in the next day, handed me $50 and said, here, I want to buy that. And I was like, oh, I can make money, like really can make money.
Right.
And then since then, I was like, all right, man, I got to grind for this because that felt too good. Somebody say, I like your work that much, here's $50. Right. And didn't know me like that.
Okay. Now, how would you say? I don't want to ask you how much you gross over time, but I want to say, would you say that you really see a clear path as far as by way of it? I don't want to work no more. Not saying that you're doing it right now, but can you really see that destination and say, you know what? I don't work. I do music full time. Like
saying the day I want to quit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I've been envisioning that day for the last year and a half. So I'm working for it. I'm working towards it.
My man, I love it. What are you currently working on?
What am I not working on? Just beats every day. Every day I'm doing a lot of collab with networking with different producers. I guess I'm doing a good thing. A lot of people are reaching out now for like networking, sending me loop packs and everything. So it's actually like I'm in a good space right now. We're working with people and learning different vibes and everything. So that's pretty much where I'm at, working on any and everything that comes across my email.
Okay. Do you have a specific genre that you like to kind of just zone in on, or is there a specialty?
I guess you could say I got not a bad habit, but I have a habit of sampling a lot. Like I love sampling. I love making people revisit when they first heard that song, no matter how old the song is. I just love it. There's nothing around it. Other than that, I like trap soul because everything's just vibes. You can play that anytime, and you're going to feel some kind of vibe and be positive and happy.
I love it. Okay. Now let's speak of music beats. That's not a question that we had scheduled to talk about, but I want to get into that. What's the thought process? What's the model behind music beats?
The name.
Yeah, the name as well as working on.
The name, the way that name came about is kind of funny actually. This is back when I didn't think this was serious, but it was serious enough that I needed the beat tag. So I was like, all right, Odd Music Beats. It's nothing odd about my music, but Odd Music Beats, whatever. And here I am today, still with Odd Music Beats. I just kept it.
Okay.
Right.
And so that's a website. So it's a website format that you have. Is it oddmusicbeats.com, oddmusicbeats.net? What is it?
It's just the brand name. The website is on BeatStars platform.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, I want to see if I can pull that up for a second. BeatStars. What is it? BeatStars.com, right?
Yep.
Let's see if we got something. Hang on. Odd Music Beats.
Yep.
You can have an understanding of what it is that you do, brother. That's exactly what we do here. Oh yeah. Guess what we found? Let's do. Do you mind if I share some stuff?
No. Go right ahead.
Cool. So we have some stuff here. Let's see what we got. I don't know if we can.
Oh, don't play that one. Ooh, that's an old one.
Okay.
Ooh, that
Let's
mix is not my best. Actually, scroll the furthest down you could go. It would be the latest ones. Yeah, right there you should be good.
All right. So like Rolling Stone.
Yeah, that's when I start taking it serious.
Indeed. Let's see what we got. Hang on.
All right.
Beatstars.com. Beatstars.com.
You can't hear this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beatstars.com.
See, I like the vibe on this. Nice little chill joint. Okay. Let's see. How about this champion joint? This one to play?
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Okay. Well, we should have started there.
Release this beat today. Release this beat today.
That's a good track.
Appreciate it.
It's got some Drake elements in it. I can hear Drake on it. I can hear obviously Kendrick, J. Cole, Schoolboy Q. Yeah.
Release this beat today.
Yeah. All right.
Music beat, Joe.
Release this beat today.
I love how these things ain't just loops.
Release this
You have
beat
different
today.
nuances.
I got to.
Okay.
Release this beat today. Release this beat today.
Yeah, all these joints go hard.
I appreciate it.
Release this beat today. Release this beat today.
Yeah. Last one.
All right.
Okay. This one should have just came in there. Definitely would want to hear that one.
I don't think that's one of mine, bro.
It's not?
Release this beat today.
Sorry about that.
That one is it. It's an old one too.
Yeah, it's gonna go vibe to it too. All right.
Release this beat today. Release this beat today.
If you didn't know, that's Drake singing.
Yeah.
Release this beat today.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you have a very, very good grasp of understanding how things move, how they should move. Definitely a very good grasp as far as getting things balanced out well. That's something I mean, at a young age I didn't get. Because I look back at a lot of old stuff, I'm like, yo, I did have a tenacity, but it was just like, it sounds like crap. You know what I mean? Whereas you definitely you have you're a lot more advanced where you are now than when I was around your age.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, man. Kudos to you. We're here to celebrate you. Could you describe the process with BeatStars? I'm assuming the BeatStars is your go-to platform.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How has BeatStars changed your life? And do you do you swear by it, or do you feel that there's other platforms out there that rival it that are a little bit better? Like what are the platforms that you feel are good for young beat makers?
There's two platforms. It's BeatStars and it's Airbit. I chose BeatStars just because of the layout. It's more friendly to me. The way they structure it lets you know what you need to do as a producer versus just somebody just going to set up a website on their own, wondering like, how do I do this? It's the first time I've ever seen a producer contract, and actually it has everything written that would be in a producer contract. Like, right. I had no idea this is what goes on behind the scenes. I thought it was just give me the money, put my name on it.
Right.
And obviously it's not that. So that's why I chose BeatStars.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is understanding, like, you know, like you said, it's the documentation that saves you. So understanding how to read split sheets, how to sign them, you know, all of that jazz. Yeah, but I definitely understand. I mean, it's awesome. I actually have a profile on BeatStars. I didn't really do too much with it. I got my own website, so it's just like, might as well have it on my website. But I definitely like it. I think it's dope. I think between that and between BeatStars, I've never heard of Airbit before, but between BeatStars and SoundCloud, I mean, I think that's just the way to go. Honestly, you want to be where everybody is, you know. But that's neither here nor there, man. I mean, you got a huge presence on it, bro. You got a lot of freaking work on here, man.
Yeah, it took a minute, but I got grind.
Well, grind is to say the least, bro. You got a lot of work on here, like a lot of work on there. Your BeatStars page looks like my iTunes account. So that's awesome. All right. Well, I mean, listen. I wanna circle back and touch back on your beat making and so forth and so
Okay.
on. Let's move on to my favorite portion of the interview is hot topics. Anybody that knows hot topics knows that these are questions that are designed for people to get for the viewers to get the understanding of who you are through random questions.
Mhm.
So for you, I birthed a whole new tag, and I want to debut it. And the first tag is top boy. So who are who are the top boys in the beat game for you? Like the top, let's say top 5 makers.
For me,
Mhm.
personally, for me, um, well, my favorite, and which made me push me hard to do producing, is a 40. You know, Drake's producer 40.
Okay.
That's why you might hear a lot of Drake's sounds in my beats. Um, Just Blaze, like I cannot put you cannot not put him in there. Pharrell.
Mhm.
After that, I think after my top three, you just throw whoever you feeling at the moment. Then let the last two.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just so many, especially nowadays. Like there's people popping up all over the way with hits, and I'm just like, oh, I like his sound.
But
Um, yeah, but those three right there, definitely 40 and Just Blaze though.
okay. All right. Yeah, I can understand your perspective on that.
Mhm.
Definitely for enough respect to Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo. I mean, those dudes are
Mhm.
like ridiculous.
Right.
When they first came out, I was in actually Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach area
Mm.
when they first hit the scene, and so I got
Mhm.
to experience the blow of that.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
those guys are. That's a whole different story for another podcast.
Yeah, I believe it.
But funny that you say Just Blaze. Just Blaze is a huge favorite of mine because everybody always screams Kanye, but not a lot of
Yeah,
that. Just is just
yeah,
he chefs on a lot of different levels. So
exactly.
enough respect to him. I would venture to say if you ain't familiar with Ninth Wonder, you might want to check out Ninth Wonder.
I know, but I do need to research more because I'm not sure of all his work.
Yeah, Ninth Wonder is just the sound he got, man. Like the sound he created, and again, it's not like it stands alone. Like
Hmm.
he can do it. He sounds a lot like Alchemist. Sounds a
Hmm.
lot like Pete Rock, so
Hmm.
forth and so on. But when I say it sounds a lot like, I don't want to say that to take away from that man's story, and his vibe and
Right.
his talent. Because I mean, shit, that's all I got to say about it.
Yeah.
But you know, those I always put them in the same shoebox. Pete Rock, Alchemist, Ninth Wonder. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and you can even throw Kanye in that bag too, because it's just they got that. It's just something about what they do, but
Right.
they all have their own little thing to it that just
Hmm.
throw it up in the air and kiss it, you know. But the master of all time to me, I just gotta throw out there is Timbo.
Timbo, yeah, that's like GOAT. So I don't even mention him. I mention him
Yeah,
in the tops.
yeah, he goat talk. The same thing as Dre, goat
Right.
talk, you know. But yeah, I respect your your selections, brother. What's 3 things you didn't know? 3 things you didn't know, like 3 things that people don't know about Quinn and our music beats, or three things that you want to clarify and make sure that people know about Quinn and music beats.
uh, I guess you could say 2 things you didn't know about. One thing you didn't know is I got a family. I got 2 daughters.
Oh,
So you say that.
girl, dad.
Right. Right. Yep. All the way. um, Something else. I guess I kind of touched on it earlier that I'm quiet. Um, Believe it or not, when I'm at work, nobody even knows I make music. They don't even know I exist. Pretty much, like I said. Uh, for instance, one day I told my supervisor I was leaving, and an hour later they were running around looking for me. I'm such a ghost. They forgot that I even said I was leaving. So, um, something else throw out there. I like anime. I'll say that. People probably wouldn't. Nobody expects me to say that, but I like anime.
I get it. I can understand. I think it's a tie to music producers. I love anime too.
Mm.
Um, What's your favorite anime movie?
Ooh, I don't know if you up on the new stuff at all.
Somewhat.
My Hero. I don't know if you've seen the movie.
Okay.
If you've seen the movie, then yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I am.
Okay.
But I go way back though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like Wicked City. You ever seen Wicked City?
Yeah, see, no.
Yeah,
So,
Wicked City. Akira. You gotta know Akira.
I've heard of it, but I never watched it.
Bro, you need to watch Akira. That's kind of like the one that started them all for real. But
Right.
that's neither here. But Akira, Wicked City. What is it? The something samurai. I can't remember. It's not Afro Samurai. That's the Samuel L. Jackson one. But there's just joints back though. Yeah, you know what I mean. But check out, But I definitely I know I got you, man. I feel you. All right, and the shout out to the girl dads in America. I'm a girl dad, so indeed, and I gotta shout out to my son too because he's awesome. My playlist popping. What you got on your playlist that you want to put the word up on, or you think everybody need to check out?
Let me see. Let me think about it. 'Cause like I said, I listen to everybody, different things. My big thing is I like to listen to people that people aren't listening to, but they're known. Right now I'm listening to a lot of Chevy Woods, Taylor Gang.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a lot of him. I'm trying to think. I'm always on my Drake. I'm starting to get into JID.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty my heavy hitters. I like Rod Wave too.
Okay, yeah, you got a nice little list.
All right.
Right. Indeed. Yeah, I respect that. All right. Netflix. What you is like something that you've come across visually that is stunning. Like it could be a TV show, it could be a movie. It doesn't have to be Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. It could be ABC, whatever. Just something that put people up on.
Right now, I'm watching Snowfall. That's about to be one of the top shows of all time. It's good, really good.
Shout out to Snowfall. Definitely. Sad to see John Singleton go last year, but
Right.
they definitely carrying the torch on that one because it's definitely fun. Okay. Cool. Anything else? Or just Snowfall?
Man, I watch a little bit of everything. Like I said, I watch anime, so I got a bunch of stuff on there. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I love my comedy.
Okay.
This is too much to think about. If you've seen my continue to watch list.
Trust me, I get it. You ever seen Woke?
Woke? No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you check, find it.
All right.
For you, especially if you like anime, Woke is funny. I don't know what, and what I'm saying, because it details like a guy, a black brother that is a cartoonist or whatever. But it's dope. Check it out. Okay. And have you made it around to see Coming to America yet?
No, not yet, but I'm going to.
Okay. Yeah. Off the clock. Shoot me hit me a text or something. Just let me know what your thoughts is on it. We can
All right.
I ain't even trying to just taint you. All right. So you made it out of Hot Topics. Most people don't make it out that fast, but you did. Yeah, you're awesome. What have you discovered about the entertainment business that you don't like?
The fakeness. And I'm not even on no level to where I would experience it a lot, but it's enough that it turns me off. I've had times where obviously producers are bigger than me will reach out and say, hey, for a couple $100 I'll do this and that, and it's like, I don't need that. Clearly it's a copy and paste message and you're trying to get some money. Right. So that's a big thing I do not like. I did not know it was that bad.
Yeah, it's the word I'm looking for. It's out there, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's I can't even put it into words. I think Mad Max when I think about the entertainment industry right now.
Right.
It's out there. It's just so barren and everybody, it's a wild, wild west. Everybody feels
Right.
it, you know. But that's awesome. There is a lot of fakeness. There's a lot of complexity to people in understanding relationships. But now, what is a good thing that you discovered about the business, entertainment business, that may have caught you off guard?
The good thing is there's a lot of people that give out free game, and I did not know that. There's a lot of producers out here that you can message them and have a conversation about their industry, and that's a good thing. There's a lot of positive producers out there, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think the key to the game is just being relatable. You know what I mean? If you're a person and you're a good person, then they're gonna rock with you. They're gonna ride for you. But
Right.
you know, you just, it's like whatever. I don't feel your character. I don't believe in your story. Then it's like, all right, not your business. You know, like you said, if it's copy and paste, you know. So I feel you with that. Next question: Black in America. What does that mean to you today?
All right. To me personally, because I have kids, it's very serious to me that I have to protect them and protect myself and my girlfriend as well. Always had to watch your back a little bit, but even more today, it's more of a like, okay, what's going on? Well, who's in front of me? Who's behind me? Is there any police around? Okay, if something does happen, what do I do next to make sure I make it home? And I didn't really have to think about that before, but obviously now you do.
Right. Being that you're a girl dad, do you feel that it's the same amount of attention that you pay to it, or do you feel that if you had a son, you would be even more locked in?
I think it's equal because, you know, both genders, there's different things you got to watch for.
Respect. How did the assault, or I don't say assault, the attack on the Capitol, how did that resonate with you?
I couldn't believe it, just like everybody else. Could not believe it. It just reflects the times that we live in and how people like to look the other way.
Right. Good question. I mean, good answer. Here's a question I want to ask you. This is off script again. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know, everything goes well with the music and my family is well taken care of. And I just enjoying life with my family. My girls can I can afford them the things that they want in life. Retire my parents. Travel. Me and my girlfriend just get out and go any time of the day, any day of the week. That's where I see myself.
Okay. All right. I love it. Keep that humbleness, bro. You'll go a very long way, man. You definitely get the talent. Talent is ridiculous there. Any advice for aspiring talent, young odd music heads, people that are aspiring to be like you?
Don't give up. Do not give up, no matter what. Because if I would have started when I was 13, first opening up the program, I'd be in a whole different place right now. Or when I stopped, didn't take it serious when I was 21, be in a whole different place right now. That's 8 years ago. I've been in a whole different place right now. So from the time, it's been 2.5, 3 years since I've been taking it serious, and look where I'm at. So I can only imagine. So just keep going. Don't give up.
Indeed. I honestly been doing it so long. I don't even really remember when I started. I just know that I've been doing it for a while. I've been around it my entire life. So it's like I don't know anything else. Even if I wanted to give up.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
So that's definitely big words of wisdom coming from you. I definitely identify with it. How can people learn more about you?
Just follow me on Instagram. Even if there's another producer you want to collab or whatever, then I'm always down for collabs. That's not a thing. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram. You see how I am. I'm always posting motivational quotes. I ask for feedback. I always comment on people's stuff. And overall, I'm just regular guy.
Indeed, man. Indeed, you're definitely very like I say, you're very well mannered and very personable. I mean, people gotta respect you, man. Like they just
Appreciate it.
yeah, no doubt at all. Any shout outs you want to throw out there? Anybody that you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, obviously you want to shout your kids out, so that doesn't
Right.
count.
Right.
Yeah, but anybody else out in the university?
I mean, obviously, I got to shout out my moms for you know, putting my name in your ear to give me this opportunity. Gotta say that first. I will shout out the guy that bought the first beat from me. He is coming out with some new music this year, so I want to shout out to Graywood Music. You can find him on Instagram at Graywood. He's day one. He's my day one. If I make it, he gonna make it. If he make it, I'm gonna make it. That's how it's going.
Awesome. That's awesome. You know, it's interesting.
Right.
That's kind of like what they say in business, where you know you make your first dollar, you got to frame it.
Right.
Your luck. So I guess that's the same kind of thing. It's like, hey, this guy about the first beat from me, and then you know what I mean. I'll be honest with you. I don't even remember the first person that bought a beat from me. I don't. I just. I'm literally thinking about it. I'm gonna be thinking about it for the rest of the night, trying to figure it out. But I would say if as far as by way of purchasing, I don't remember. But the first person who's ever had a Donnie B got the Beats beat, and back then they were called Bully Beats. I would say that Nicholas Baker. That's my brother. And we still route like peas and carrots to this day. But outside of that, I cannot recall who bought my first beat. So I'm gonna really think about that. That's going to give me all week. I'm really going to think about it. That's awesome. Right. It's very awesome, man. So let's talk back. We can go back to our music beats on BeatStars.
Right.
The art of making money off of making music.
Mm-hmm.
What takeaways do you have for the young folks with regard to doing that?
As far as how to go about doing it, or as
to be successful at it. I mean, obviously you have a skill. Not everybody has that skill, right? So you already achieving something in that regard.
Mm.
So to me, in my mind's eye, it's only a matter of time before you really get picked up, because also you just need the right person to hit you, and then you're out.
Right.
But somebody that may not be that far along, or may aren't as far along as you are,
mm-hmm.
But really are just trying to investigate things, and then they're gleaning information from this interview. What other takeaways did you with specificity to online presence and presenting your music and sharing it with the world, and trying to really be an entrepreneur with like the emergence of like the Bitcoin and
mm-hmm.
all of the digital currency and stuff like that now? What are your thoughts and mindset with that?
I'll say at the beginning of the day, just be original and follow what you feel like if you're comfortable with doing. And once you're comfortable with that, you're going to want to explore, and you're going to want to learn more things. It's funny you mentioned the Bitcoin, because I started getting into that stocks as well. I was like, no, I'm never going to be comfortable with that, my money and all that. But no, let me learn about it. So you just gotta pick up a book, learn some knowledge, Google something. It's out, that's free. Just go ahead and look it up, read about it. Same thing with producing, and like you said, BeatStars and all that. I didn't know what I was doing until I started watching YouTube videos. First time producing, all I did was watch YouTube videos for hours and hours. To this day, I'll look up a video. You just gotta learn.
Okay. Listen, like I said, you have a lot of you have like a very old soul. I don't mean that in a bad way, because I know how that can sound, right? You're like, what are you trying to say, bro? Like, but I mean, it's like you're a seasoned vet already, and it's awesome. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
I gotta say, like I said, I'm a little taken back by it because usually I'm more of a tap with questions, but it's like you kind of got to figure it out. He figured it out, so this is awesome. You know,
Appreciate it.
you got any questions for me before I get us up out of here?
No questions, but again, I just like to thank you for putting me on this platform.
No problem, man. I want you to, like, if you have any projects that are about to break, you're gonna try to break the record, hit me up, man. I love
sure.
the debut anything new that you got going on. I'm also working on too. Wanted to gauge your interest in it. A competition. It's I want to moderate a music producer beat battle.
Okay.
And get just 10 to 15 of the dopest producers I could come across and throw your beats in there. But it's not beats you already got. It's literally you have 30 minutes to make a beat, period. And you just got to make it and see where you at 20, 30 minutes. And if it's dope, then you in. And then you got to do it again if you make it to the next round. And just keep doing it. You out of there. So
I like that. I'm definitely with that.
You one of the first people I'm going to call then. I'm putting it together.
All right, let me know.
I'll be in touch. I have my people call your people.
Right.
But indeed, like I said, at the end of the day, man, I really appreciate reaching out to you and having this conversation and connecting, man. You're definitely a good person, man. Definitely good somebody that I want to keep it in contact with. So if I can be any kind of resource to you, let me know.
Right.
Yeah. Within regard to everything else, man, like I said, I mean, girl, dad,
right.
there, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But that's what it is, man. Like I said, we have these types of things on the beat. Matter of fact, stay tuned because I believe it's next Sunday. Let me go to the tape. Hang on a second. Because I want to tell you specifically because this might help you out a lot.
All right.
Sarah J. is a young lady that is she's an A&R. She gets music shot and placed. Matter of fact, it is next Sunday. Next Sunday at noon Pacific time. So I think, what is that? 2 p.m.
Sounds about right. Yeah,
no,
3 hours.
It's 3 hours. That would be 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she gets stuff placed with like Tory Lanez, with like Bobby Shmurda, who just got out. Meek Mill, all the above. But I'm gonna have her on the beat as well, and I'm gonna get all the info for a brother like you, so you can get your placements. You know what I'm saying? And get some serious placements. So stay tuned, man.
I appreciate that.
No problem. This thing is set up for people that are really emerging, so that they can get the wisdom that they need in order to help get them over the hump. And I think you could stand to use some tutelage from an actual A&R. You know what I mean? Because like I said, to me it seems like it's a layup. All you need is somebody to hear you, and then it's over.
Right.
So, but like I said, if not nothing else, I'd definitely be glad to be a resource for you, brother.
All right, I'll be waiting.
My guy. MVP, like I gotta throw this last question out before we go out there. You watch NBA, NFL?
Oh, yep.
MVP talk. Who's in your MVP category?
I'm going with Embiid.
Okay, I can understand.
Embiid.
I can understand that.
Yeah, you got to.
Who's your GOAT?
LeBron.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't argue with that though, so I keep that. I respect that.
That's all I'm gonna say. To me, I'm a Jordan kid. I wanted to be like Mike when I grew up, and this is my girlfriend to tell you. Even before he went on about his way up to the upper room.
Right. Right.
So,
I can respect it.
Got you. Cool. It's good to hear. Football. Who's your GOAT?
Football. You cannot not say Tom Brady after this year.
I want to see him do it next year.
I see. That's reaching. You cannot not say that after what he did this year.
What did he do?
That seven Super Bowls, and he won it after 40. I think he was what 42.
Yeah, it's cute.
At a quarterback.
That's cute. But if he did that in like Cincinnati,
see, I think he's past that age. Gives him that leeway to say it doesn't matter where I go. If I win here, that's a legitimate stance for a GOAT.
That's fair. Well, let's zoom in on this one so we get it.
Right.
So, what I'm going to say is, and I do not discredit what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying, and all I'm going to say to you is that people are making a big deal out of this man taking a team that grossed over 5,000 yards of offense last year with a dude who threw 30 plus interceptions. And then now all of a sudden he's the greatest of all time because he went to that team. Now, again, if he went to a team like Jacksonville and took that team on his back, then it's like,
I can understand that. I can understand that argument.
But that's why I say I want to see him do it next year. Because if you do it 2 years in a row, it's like, okay, yeah, you can't, you know what I mean? Like it's entirely too many variables for you to discredit that man. And again, I'm not knocking him because again, like you said, seven is it's 7. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that is undeniable in its own right. But like I said, you go to a place that already has a ton of talent. It's like, okay, is it because you have the talent and you got them there, or is it because you have a talent for picking? Oh, these people are dope, so I'm gonna just fall in love with them and get mine.
You could say that, but you could also say that last year the quarterback couldn't do that. So you could say it's the quarterback.
That's why I can't argue with you. I can't argue.
Right.
But you also got to look at a team, because then you can say the same thing about Mahomes. Right. Because Mahomes is like literally, it's like he's got some weapons over there, but it's because you can't necessarily tell if it's just him or if it's
the weapons, right?
So you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right on that one.
Yeah. So we will have a conversation about that later on. The back to as far as Embiid is concerned, I was not an Embiid fan until this year, and I'm not even an Embiid fan
now. I was in college. I was a Embiid fan in college, so that's why. Yeah. Okay.
I just felt like he had that early LeBron crap with him, where it's just like, well, I like people who have a kill switch.
Right.
If you don't have a kill switch and you like that big, it's like,
yeah, what are you there for?
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that was my biggest thing with LeBron until LeBron, after LeBron left Miami. It was like, okay, you got a kill switch.
Right.
And I think he learned from Flash.
You can say that,
But like I said, Embiid, it was just like, it's just Embiid. It's like, no. But now he's night in, night out, giving you the business. So I saw respect. But anyway, like I said, we here to celebrate you. We talk about about too many other people. You should be celebrated with your accomplishments, your talent. And I'm glad we had this opportunity to showcase your stuff. Definitely want to take. I might actually try to see if I can get you back on for a music review with some other brothers, just to really run celebrate your music, so we can dissect it. Break. What was your thought process with this beat? What's your thought process with that? I think I'm going to do that probably sometime in the next month or two. Definitely, I got to work that schedule out. But if you're cool with that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I like your resolve. But like I said, it was good having you on. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. I will be in touch in the next few days with regard to the link, so you can hear it back, and share this, and is what it is.
All
right. So we're gonna end it up like that. But like I said, this is Donnie B got the beats. You live on the beat. thank you for tuning in. Like again, as I said, next week we have Sarah J, A&R extraordinaire. She's awesome. Gets music placed to a lot of celebrity clients. She's on next Sunday. Got 2 or 3 artists this week coming up, dope in their own rights, in their own talent. Especially one of them is a good friend of mine. He's going to talk about the financial aspect of generating money, also investing in cryptocurrency, so forth and so on, and how that relates to the music business. That's Thursday. Stay tuned. The following Sunday, actually, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, good friend of mine. She's a co-host of a TLC show, My Feet Are Killing Me, Dr. Ebony. She's going to be on, talk about what it's like to be on that side of celebrity. Good stuff to come, so you can have an understanding of exactly what's going on. So stay tuned. Good things are coming. Like I said, Quinn, appreciate to have you for the last time, because I know I said it like 3 times already. And I know you're probably busy and you got to get back to your babies, but if I can help you out and be a resource, like I said, I've said it before, I mean it. And I wish you nothing but the best, bro.
All right, thank you, same.
All right. Like I said, Donnie B got the beats. We live on the beat, and we out. Peace.
Donnie B.